Yeah.
Like Leomund's tiny hut, so it's a place where they can't get to us.
Absolutely. Yeah. So this dome, kind of erupts around the three of you, giving yourselves, what is the area effect, like 15 feet, something like that?
10 feet radius.
Yeah, 10 feet radius. So it's quite snug in there, and if I believe you can hear and see out of it,
yep.
It's that no magical effects can enter.
Can enter into it.
And you guys can freely enter and exit, willingly, but uninvited forces or uninvited individuals can't enter.
Can't enter my domain.
Yeah.
All right.
And as once again, each of you give me a perception check or insight.
Oh, that's not a very good start.
I thought your dice were really good, Adams.
My D8.
Oh, rolling max for hit points.
Well, that's a
7.
6 insight.
19. So yourself there, Thadius and Zeema, exhausted, just panting, and as you're trying to listen, or even, but just the exertion of the run, and the fact that you were on death's door literally just minutes ago, you just can't hear past this hut. You're just literally happy to be alive, curled up in the corner, a dagger drawn, fight or flight. Right now you're in flight mode. Yourself there, Alindawn, a little more reserved, maybe a little more experienced, as you see these two young individuals, kind of cowering in the corner, both looking for guidance as they look up at you. You put your ear to the wind, and you can kind of hear, past this little hidey hole, like this coverage that has been kind of dropped, locking you guys into this safe alley. You can hear the calls, from these tieflings. Do you speak Infernal?
I do not.
Yeah, you'd hear like this infernal tongue, being called out, and it doesn't take a genius to figure out what they're doing. Like you could probably pick up some, broken, a common within this infernal as they're shouting instructions, and it definitely sounds like as if the search has continued. As that one occultist, was following you, and you had slipped his presence. He's obviously called more, because that one voice had turned into 4. That 4 voices had turned into a dozen. And the outside of this the sanctuary, this hidey hole, is just flooded with these cultists, looking for their prey.
Well, I swear that the hospitality here is usually a little bit better than this. I don't know what you did to make that diviner angry, but I'm happy that we at least got you to a safe place.
I've felt more welcomed in other places, but...
Well, I can address the hyena in the room. My name is Thadius. I have a few of these hidey holes all over. I've lived here for a while, so I'm not actually a native of these lands, but I've been here since I was a small child. And I know these streets well, so hopefully I can get you out of here before they find you. But we should lay low for as long as possible.
The biggest issue I have is the fact that they judge somebody without any court or trial, and I don't know what I've done to offend them.
You've never been around the Masters before.
Yeah, I don't know who the Masters are, so...
Well, they're very judgmental, very much like things to be done the way that they have previously approved with each other. Not with complete disregard for everybody else who lives in the area. I don't think we've ever met.
No, I think I would recall your face. And most definitely your abilities. Goodness.
My name is Alindawn. Thank you for the hospitality. I didn't catch your name.
No, Zeema, if you will.
Zeema.
I've practically lived here my whole life. Not here, obviously. I would not call this my home, no offense.
How far away would your dwellings, like your brothers and your mother's little hovel, be from this location there, Zeema?
I'd say probably a 10-minute walk, probably.
Absolutely. And with the streets flooded with these cultists, hollering out, you can even hear, now that you're panting, your breath is kind of, your heart rate is kind of settled. You can hear like just the sheer amount of individuals, being, detained, questioned, out literally just 15 feet, 20 feet away from you. And really the only security from them discovering you is a thin sheet of plywood, kind of poshed together, with a piece of string attached to it, separating yourselves from them. But a good 10 minutes away, 10 minutes typically is like an easy, jaunty walk. 10 minutes with the area covered and surrounded by these searchers, these individuals, these cultists, is literally miles away. It feels like miles away.
Yeah.
How long will your magic last?
8 hours.
So we have 8 hours to think of a plan.
Yes.
It doesn't sound like they're going to be going anywhere anytime soon.
Well, they can't be around forever either. They have other businesses to attend to eventually.
Absolutely. Sea Dakota is a massive city. And for a diviner to enter its ranks, or diviners are rare. It's not like they can spend all day or all week, looking for one individual. The city needs to be flushed clean of the rats. And so if they can't find you soon, they would be simply just moving on to the next nest.
Yes, they won't. They can see some kind of dome from the outside. Somebody's trying to see us. We can see clearly out, but they can't see what's in. But there is a 10-foot radius dome around us.
Yeah, it is visible. Absolutely. Yeah. As you guys kind of look through it, maybe even testing the magic, you can feel your hand, kind of, struggling to push through it, almost as there's some kind of resistance. And then as you push through it, you can feel like the cold, or so I guess the warm heat, of the summer day, just outside of this protective dome.
Well, why don't you rest? I was going to say, I have some straw wrapped in cloth here. I guess
Absolutely, yeah.
Sort of like makeshift pillows.
Yeah, you with daring to go out of this dome, you kind of make sure that but you're a risk-taking individual, right?
Yeah.
So you quickly exit this dome, go over to one of these barrels, kick it open or kick it to the side, and you see there's a false bottom to it, and you pull out whatever supplies you need. Like you said, there's a couple bedrolls, some dry rations and whatnot, and maybe a book that you found that you're halfway through finishing. That piece of cloth, tucked in there to mark your spot. And as you quickly enter the safety of the dome again with these supplies on your arm.
Are either of you wounded?
Not enough for me to be concerned right
Not anymore. Surprising enough.
Take a rest and heal my wounds with Ezra.
Sounds good. So we're going to be taking a short rest or a long, guys?
Long rest.
Long rest?
Spells.
now. I think that's fair.
So let's say it's approximately 9 a.m. at this point. Sounds about fair?
Sure.
Okay, so 9 a.m. morning. The three of you take turns, maybe being on watch. These bedrolls are actually quite comfortable. You come to this nook, more than once in the last several months, and knowing that it's dry. The internal, kind of alleyway, kind of blocked from the backside, offers that kind of shade, away from the blistering sun. So the three of you, manage to rest, taking your time, taking turns, keeping watch, as 9 a.m. Turns to roughly 5-6 p.m. And after a couple hours, you can hear hustling and bustling of the street just outside of this little gate, this little protective piece of plywood. Kind of quiet down, and you can no longer hear like those infernal, hollers, kind of echoing through the courtyard, asking or demanding, those that have escaped the diviner.
Interesting.
Would any of you be sleeping during that time, or just be sitting there kind of resting?
Whatever you need to do, I guess, to
I was going to say
get spells back.
Thadius would probably mostly sleep because who knows how long it's going to take for us to get him out of this place.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'll catch a little bit of shut-eye.
Yeah. Zeema?
She would be on and off. I think just part of her mindset is just on the fact that I just can't be away from home forever.
Absolutely. So as the three of you take turns, on this watch, as two slumber and the one is on high alert of Alindawn, as you're watching over this small halfling female and this young human of Thadius, you see Zeema, kind of struggling with her sleep. And kind of tossing and turning, calling out, maybe grabbing at the bedroll a little bit with her small hands. Zeema, as you enter slumber, slumber comes fairly slow, as it always does. And as you enter deep sleep, if you can call it that, you enter this nightmare, this dream, not your dream, but your mom's nightmare. And she's sitting there, her hands bound, her eyes, blistering with the heat, with the light, her mouth open but no sound coming out. And you can see this light, getting closer and closer and closer. And you can feel yourself getting warmer and warmer and warmer, almost as if something is being taken from you. And then as you wake up, from the sleep, the sweat just pouring from your brow, your eyes wide, there's this silent scream from your mouth, and yourself there, Thadius, and yourself there, Alindawn, you feel this psychic connection, this psychic ping in the back of your minds, as you can hear Zeema, scream out within your minds, rather than, out in the open. That cool?
Yeah, I'm cool. I mean,
Thaddeus gets right on his heels and pulls daggers like somebody's like trying to sneak up on him. Did you hear that?
Yes and no. Don't think I heard it with my ears.
As the two of you,
I don't know if you know how things work, but ears are generally what you hear from.
as the two of you look down at Zeema, she's still, kind of, quivering in the bedroll. They're shaking, as she looks for comfort.
I'll grab a cloth from my supplies and go over and kind of wipe her brow.
I'm sorry for disturbing you.
Not a problem, child. If you feel that you need to speak on anything that you're going through, always available to listen. But only as you feel comfortable doing so. You seem to be somewhat troubled.
It's a lot to unpackage. It's something I just wouldn't throw on just anybody.
Okay. Well, note that I'm always available to listen.
Give me a insight check, Rhys.
Okay. 22.
22. As you kind of come out of this nightmare, this dream that isn't yours, and once again kind of being in your mother's mind, you feel like that psychic connection between you and her once again, and you feel that there's something wrong, not necessarily with the past, but with the present. You can feel that something at home is happening or has happened.
Okay. I think just coming to that realization, she just goes wide-eyed and just like turns back around and says, I don't know if I can be here right now.
Lead on. I have no ties to this city. If you wish to join us, certainly.
You, my friend, kind of stand out. Give me a second. I'll see what I've got for cloth here. I'll see if I can robe you at the very least. And I'll dig through my supplies in the barrels outside.
Well, you would have noticed before I went to sleep that I'm in full plate armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did have trouble getting into this hidey hole.
Yeah, I reach into the corner right about here, and it seems like I press something, and the armor itself just kind of forms into, basically removes itself like that.
Well, that'll be
It doesn't
much,
go on quite so fast, but
That'll be much easier.
I can take it off in a moment's notice.
So it pretty damn
does.
quickly, yeah.
In one turn, as opposed to the 10 that it normally takes. Or whatever.
Sounds good. I imagine you'd be wearing like your clothes from your homeland. You know, with Sea Dakota, you know, it's a lot of loose fitting garments. You know, the ladies, like the heat is just is scorching, right? You know, so like there's a lot of skin, you know, being shown. You know, shorts and sandals, a lot of bare feet. You know, children running around shirtless. You know. Even the merchants, you know, like, you know, draped in soft flowing silks rather than heavy garments. And, you know, still, you know, like, even though your armor has been, you know, removed, you know, that tunic, you know, is still standing out somewhat.
Yeah.
You'll come back into the dome with a large piece of cloth and we're like, here, I think I can turn this into a cloak for you. Just get you covered up.
Okay.
Absolutely, yeah. So this loose fitting, you know, cloth kind of gets wrapped over your shoulders, around your waist, tucked in like a sash, and with a couple, you know, tweaks here, tweaks there, you reach into one of these barrels and you pull out like this old, you know, kind of hat, you know, that looks like a turban, you know, kind of whatnot, you know, and you kind of, you know, dust it off, you know, against your, you know, your hip.
There, that'll cover your pointy ears. So this 5'5" boy is like climbing all over you, trying to get you all prepped up. He'll pull out little chunks from his disguise kit and kind of smudge up your face, and it'll make you look like you spent some time on the streets. So, but he's like a lithe, like very climby, energetic young man.
Yeah.
So he's got short.
I'm 5'6", so you're not.
Yeah.
I'm not that much taller than
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you're like you know, like putting like dirt and, you know, grime and such on him, like some of it, like, you know, like shakes off onto Zeema, and she like initially like goes to like wipe some of it off, and then she's like, I should not bother right now.
Yeah.
Here,
And
he'll kind of reach back with a little makeup kit, makeshift makeup kit he's got, and like, you probably dust yourself up a bit too.
absolutely. And give me a deception check.
You bet. That is deception plus 2, 19.
19, yeah. You know, so you easily, like, once again, this isn't your first, this isn't your first time having to get into disguise to avoid the authorities. You know, and even when you were younger, you know, with your friend, the two of you quite often had to, for performance, you know, like, you know, shift costumes, you know, those quick change costumes and whatnot, you know, because to kind of prevent the audience from saying, oh yeah, but didn't we see you guys last week? You know, and so literally within 5-10 minutes, you change the appearance of Alindawn and you know, alter the image of Zeema, you know, to the point where you figure like it could be passable.
There. Now all we have to do is sneak our way out of here.
Zelda.
He'll change up his clothes. He's got a couple sets of clothes, so he'll switch them up so he's wearing different colors.
Absolutely.
As
Yep.
to not draw attention. from
Quick
him.
wardrobe change.
Yeah. All right. Thaddeus will crawl out of the hidey hole,
Okay.
and he will kind of scout about.
Are you looking for just the general all kind of going-ons of this courtyard, or are you looking for something specific?
I'm basically looking for people that I know are the local, like, authority, and if there are any tiefling masters around. That.
Give me perception then.
Perception. Perception of +3, 13.
13. Yeah, like the you definitely see, like, you know, it's back to business. What did we say? It was roughly 5-6 o'clock at this point. After you guys rest each as the group rested for 8 hours, and the market, you know, that you exit into is, once again, it's still going, probably not necessarily at full capacity. You know, these cultists have probably detoured some people from, set up to close up shop early, and kind of head home. That the daily fares isn't worth this, right, kind of thing. So, like I said, the courtyard is probably 3/4 full, and on the 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's my D4? Close, probably about 15, 20 feet from you. Turn the other direction. You see one of these cultists standing at the intersection proper. Keeping an open eye.
All right, I will be stealthy because I am a sneaky man. That is a 15.
You work your way into the crowd, just kind of blending in, and as far as you can tell, this cultist, this individual has not spotted you. His attention is turned towards the intersections coming into the courtyard rather than to the courtyard proper.
Okay. But that's the only way out of the courtyard.
There's probably, you would know.
Yeah.
You would know. This is a fairly busy hub. This intersection, and there's 2 other intersections that you could potentially exit from.
I'll go scout them too, just to make sure.
Would you have, Zeema, would you have told the group where your dwellings would be? You said it was roughly 10 minutes away via walk, but did you give them a general direction?
Yes, I would. I would say.
Okay. Which direction? North, south, east, west?
It's roughly 10 minutes east.
Okay, east. So if this guard is sitting at like the northern entrance to this this courtyard, you would see that there's a southern entrance and also an eastern entrance.
Okay. I'll scout them both out, just to make sure that no one's standing in the way, because then I'll have to figure out a distraction to get us through. And since I ran out of ball bearings now...
Yes. So as you work your way, through this courtyard, once again, keeping behind stalls, following, larger individuals, kind of peeking out, taking a look-see. At times you'd see this cultist kind of turn his attention back to the courtyard. You'd turn your back, or do the old, hiding your face, by quickly looking at some merchandise, whatever it be. You stay relatively, undiscovered, by his prying eyes. And as you kind of work your way around, give me a investigation, because you're actually looking for, patrol routes and information.
That would be a 22.
22? Yeah, you do see that there are other, these cultists, kind of coming in and out. They're kind of circulating, like through a patrol route. This one cultist has been set at the north intersection, but as you see them, coming into the east, down through the south, and then 5-10 minutes will pass, and you'll see the same 2 individuals come back through the same eastern entrance, and then back through the south. 4 minutes. Every 4 minutes, this patrol of 2 of these cultists keeps on making their way, through this courtyard. And you know the streets quite well. Obviously this is like your stomping grounds, right? Yeah, so you'd figure once you get out of either the south or the eastern entrance, you could easily duck down another alley, or another artery for the city, and probably make your way eastwards towards Zeema's mother's home. If that's where you guys are going.
Even if we have another duck point, we could wait 4 minutes for them to pass.
Correct. Yeah.
So
you feel fairly confident.
All right, I'll go back. All right. Which direction are we having to go?
We're having to head east, if you are indeed helping me get there.
All right. I noticed that the patrols are heading around every 4 or 5 minutes, so we'll have enough time to bypass through the crowd before they come back. And even if they do, there's a couple of juts where we can wait for them to pass too. So we'll go, I'll keep an eye out, and then when I give you the signal, just walk nonchalantly. I'll have been passed by and we should be good to go.
Okay, well, tell us what the signal is first.
It's to hoot like a bird.
Okay.
Yeah. What kind of bird?
You'll hear a tapping sound.
Okay. Alright, I can work with that.
Fair enough. So at this point, like another half hour, 40 minutes kind of pass as you kind of, look, through the courtyard, getting your bearings. Let's say it's close to 6:30 at this point. And you open up the little cubby, you kind of take a look-see, waiting for the opportune moment. and it's like 3, 2, 1. The three of you dart out of this hidey hole, making sure to close the gate behind you. And as you enter the courtyard into the clutter of the street. Sounds good. I'm just gonna quickly grab Zelda to throw her out. Aww, I know.
Mascot is leaving the
Where
room.
are you? Come here. It's probably crunchy time. I'm just going to quickly give him a couple crunchies. Come on.
Okay.
I know Mom's not home.
Comfort is something that you learn to deal with.
It's
In
not
my
something,
line of work.
That's not something everybody just has at their full disposal, I suppose.
Yeah, they're hungry. They're hungry. It's almost lunchtime. Keely, like we only feed them 3 times a day. Breakfast, dinner, and supper. But sometimes Keely gives them little crunchies on the side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it was crunchy time.
Yeah. All right. Thadius will